Hey everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It is Sunday morning, and I tell ya, things are just getting worse and worse for King Charles. Now, if you've been following me at all, you're familiar with my playlist, King Charles III, Life Imitating Art. You know exactly what's coming. Like I have been saying for over 2 years now, before the coronation, before the cancer diagnosis, that there would come a time, there would come a moment, a seminal event, a gathering of events that would turn the king away from his people. That you would see the people rise up in their behavior and their actions and what they're saying against a king they had no faith in. And what are we seeing now? What are we seeing now? We are seeing calls for him to abdicate from a wide variety of sources. It's in the media, it's in the public consciousness now. We are on the edge, precipice, early morning of history. There's been murmurings among some of the pundits. Anger is rising amongst the British public and all around, and a lot of it is concerning the just unabashed, wild immigration. And you can't even call it immigration, it's an invasion when you've got 1,000 of them landing on your shores every month, and people are getting sick of it. The UK's been flooded with people that are not only a burden on society financially, favor, resources, services, and perks have been showered on them. It's the same here in Canada. And it's to the detriment of the native English. Same here, the Canadians. Hotels that once held holiday makers are just full of illegal immigrants, that flood the streets during the day. They're terrorizing women and girls. Same thing here, and yet King Charles seems to be, he's not saying anything about that. But he's pandering to the Muslims, praising Islam, speaking highly of it, completely ignoring the cultural and religious decline in his realm that it's caused. He, of all people, Supreme Governor of the Church of England, defender of the faith, as in the Church of England faith, the Anglican faith. Charles prefers defender of faiths. He wants everybody to love him. But even if this were genuine, and Charles' wish to be inclusive, he's failing. He's failing at Easter. He failed to address his Christians at the most important time of the year. Instead, we saw him and Camilla packing dates for the break of the Ramadan fast. He recently threw a dinner party at Windsor Castle for them. They all sat on the floor at the palace. And just in the last week, Charles gave a speech praising Islam, claiming British values were Muslim values. That's not true. The problem is obvious. We have the same issues here as does most of Europe, and it's not a refugee program. It's a planned and executed invasion, in my opinion. But here's the thing, like, if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. And you know, here we go. Between the 11th and 13th centuries, we had a little dust up they like to call the Crusades. And what that was a series of religious wars where Western European Christians, primarily organized by the papacy of the time, aimed to reclaim the Holy Land as well as European lands out from under the hold of Islam. That invasion spanned centuries before they rose up. Now, and look at today. Look at today. The king's in trouble. He has continuing thorn in his side with Harry and Meghan. He won't resolve it. He's got much the same kind of issues dogging him with Andrew. He won't resolve things. And, and Andrew, that'll never go away. Andrew Lowney's new book entitled All About the Yorks, him and Sarah, it has stirred it all up again and more. Charles has refused to act on any of this, and the cry from the public's getting louder. Nobody's happy. Not many are happy with King Charles, the way he's mishandled, or not handled things at all. Did you know 46,000 venues and organizations have refused a free portrait of the king? You know, that red, bloody demon portrait of the king? They don't want it. 46,000 rejection. That says a lot. That says a lot. The portrait, it's a monstrosity anyway, but it is the official portrait of the king. But the people have lost faith in their king. And the dissent is growing. And as far as my playlist, King Charles III, Life Imitating Art, and my premise that William would be moving to oust his father off the throne, I think we're closer than ever. I think we're closer than ever now. I don't think Charles has much longer till he'll have to make that decision to step aside. Now, I was saying this even before we had a cancer diagnosis, that Charles's reign would be a short, protracted one, and it would be William that pushes him off the throne as a response to a public that has lost faith in him, that there would be a seminal event that turned the tide. And I think the immigration thing, everything, the cumulative effect of everything is one thing, and it's awful. But this one thing alone could do it. And I've been saying this for a long time, and I think that the cancer diagnosis, and I'm not downgrading anything the king's been through. It's got to be awful, but it is damn convenient to be able to use that as an excuse to step aside, saying, I'm abdicating for William because of my health. Everybody would respect him for it on a certain level and sigh of relief that change is upon us. But, so it'll be really easy to do it. And I don't think I'm out of line saying that. I think by the new year, this is going to be the little news we start hearing, little snippets, little questions. I don't think we're far. A matter of months, really? 6, 8 months? If I'm right. But you know what? From the minute I started that playlist and I've been going through events and tracking events, we're kind of right on schedule, guys. It's kind of eerie. Some spooky fun. If you haven't checked out that playlist, do so. And we'll just watch and wait and see what's coming next. Hope you enjoyed this one. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Make sure your notifications are on, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.